The following video has been Fatboy approved. These are the shill-free opinions of Fatboy. Every product reviewed is bought and paid for by Fatboy. Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? It is your boy. Welcome in the Fatboy Fragrance Reviews, and you know who I am. I am Mr. Fatboy, aka Juan. Y'all can hit me up at Instagram at Fatboy Fragrance. You can find me in the Fatboy Family Facebook group. Come over and shout me out. Any kind of questions you have, you can email me too. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for showing the love. And if you are new and you like content like this, where it's hype, energetic, real, about clones, niche, designer, everything, baby. We do it all here. You hit the like and subscribe. Join this family. I promise you a great time. I promise you my best effort every time. All right, baby. Let's get all up in this new concept series I'm doing. And we'll do it right after the break. And you know how we do it, babe. No edits, no do-overs, just one take. One take and we get it right. Fatboy Fragrance Review starts now. Alright, we are back, and I'm starting something different this time around. Mixing up a little bit. You know, I'm too old to be heading out to the club. I'm not that I'm too old, so I have no desire to be around hundreds of 50 or 100 people anymore and chit-chat. I do it all day at work. I do it with you guys. I like the solace of coming home and being quiet. Call me a grumpy old fart. Call me what you want to call, but I've been there, done it, got the t-shirts to prove it, baby. I've lived it. So, for me, it's more about fragrances now in my life and my family, and, you know, and building and expanding on the channel and the store. That's what's important to me right now. But I know some of you guys still go out. You're still single, and you still like take your wife out or your girlfriend, or you like going out by yourself, and you still like wearing, smelling good when you get there. And how do you stand out? Well, it's always been this trope about certain club fragrances that have been club fragrances. And the one that always gets thrown up is the OG, the original. And that one is this one right here, Versace Eros. Another one that's thrown up is, say, Paco Rabanne's 1 Million gets thrown up. But we'll start with this one right here. This one was the Club King for a long time by most, you know, influencers and YouTube, you know, in the frag community. Everybody says, okay, this one is, and don't get me wrong, it is a beautiful fragrance, and it still is amazing. And then the amber, that vanilla note in here is just, it's just one of those perfect, you know, Mount Rushmore fragrances without a doubt. I don't have much left, and this is a very old formulation. I do have another bottle of it, but I like smelling the old formulation. So that was the one, and then it was taken over by Thierry Mugler's Ultra Male, which I have a big bottle right here. And this has been complicated and duplicated by so many different people, you know. So this, to me, right now is the Club King. People still call it that. It's still the club fragrance. And what makes, to me, a great club fragrance is, A, you have to be able to cut through the nonsense. There's not so much smoke anymore, but there's a lot of stuff going on in the club, different smells, liquors, and all that. And you don't so much want to stand out as you want to be able people to smell you. And this one always delivered on that. And it just had the right youthful playness that people like. It definitely needed to be youthful and playful and sweet. And this one does really well with the note of pear in it. So what I'm trying to do is compare it now to other fragrances. They either have just come out or have been out for a while, and see if we can overtake this one as the Club King. So basically, this is what this series is going to be. Who can take out the king, baby? And we'll have kind of battles. And next week we'll do a different one, but today we'll be doing the bad boy against, speaking of bad boys, Carolina Herrera's Bad Boy Cobalt Blue. That too we're going to be kind of comparing today, contrasting and seeing which one is better. We'll pull up the notes on each of them real quick, and we'll go from there. And then we'll go into each fragrance, and I'll spray them again. I got them on my hands. They've been on my hands for about 2 hours. Carolina Herrera's on this hand, and on this hand I have Ultra Male. I'm sorry, Herrera on this one, Ultra Male on this one. Alright, so we'll put notes for Ultra Male. You have pear, of course, which is the note that really grabs this one. Lavender and the mint. Definitely. Bergamot, not so much, but you do get of it. When it dries down, we do pick up on the cinnamon and the spiciness of the sage and the caraway, and then that vanilla and amber patchouli bring it home really nice. One of those great fragrances that just hit the spot. You either love it or you hate it, but most of all, it kind of has that Invictus Paco Rabanne vibe where it's like you love this or you hate this one, and it's one of the ones for the club that just delivers. And then you look at, say, Bad Boy Cobalt Blue, which is basically pink pepper in the opening, lavender, and this sweet note is plum and geranium, truffle, vetiver, cedar, and oak. Definitely a more spicy, woody, kind of like plum vibe. Not like, say, a plum vibe like, say, plum japonese, but its own thing. This plum is sweeter. This plum is more dense. This plum is heavier. It definitely leans on the plum more than it does the other notes in this fragrance. So when we look at them and I kind of compared them, I talked about longevity being an important thing. And we'll start there first because longevity and projection is kind of the thing that really matters between these two. Mine is a 200 ml, of course, here, and this is a 150 ml of Bad Boy. Bad Boy's a new release this year. Was nominated for Yeah Awards. I love this fragrance. It's going to make a list here in a couple weeks of my favorite fragrances that I bought last year for sure. Why is this Ultramalt? Is just something you have to have in your collection, some kind of form of it. This is I have two of these big bottles, and I have another small bottle too somewhere around here. So longevity, which one lasts longer? Let's start there. As I have them both on, when you're going to the club, I do recommend with these both fragrances that you spray your skin and your clothing. Expect that, because if you're in an environment that you can smoke, your clothes are going to smell kind of smoky when you leave there. So definitely spraying it all over your clothing won't hurt. Under your undershirt too won't hurt. You can go heavy on these, no problem. Club fragrances are designed for that kind of idea. That kind of concept can definitely be worn a little bit heavier. But as far as performance goes, the winner of this is still it's not going to be Ultramalt. Carolina Herrera does outperform Ultramalt as far as performance goes, no doubt. Ultramalt had decent performance. It wasn't amazing, but it was great. The first formulation was better. I don't know if this is the first or second. I knew my smaller bottle, which I did sample with this one, it did for sure last longer. But I gotta go with current formulations, which you can get your hands on easier. And I will say that Carolina Herrera did outperform it. So that being the case, we're looking at maybe 8 hours with this on my clothes and on my skin. This 6 hours to 4 to 3 to say about 5 hours solid with this one with clothes and my skin mixed together. Projection, I don't know what projection really means when you're in that many things going on. This is when you're up close talking to somebody. Can they smell you? Yes, they'll be able to smell you with either one of these decently. But I give the slight edge to Carolina Herrera as far as that goes. All right, what are the reactions from people? Which one have I gotten more compliments wearing? I gotta say, I've gotten more compliments wearing this one. I haven't worn this one enough. But over the length of my career of collecting fragrances, I will say that this one has had great reactions except for one major person, my wife. My wife did not like this fragrance. I was shocked that she didn't. I wore it on a night out and we went out to a club, and to a bar, and she was not impressed with it. So in reality, I think they both are pretty equal when it comes to delivering on reactions and being sensual and all that. I think that Ultramalt is a little bit better for the younger crowd. This will be better for the older crowd. So I'm going to give it a push and say they both do a good job at that. But if you're going to lean younger, lean that one still. This one's still a young person's fragrance, but I still think this one does a little bit better job. All right, so basically we got a win for this one, a tie. So far that's how it looks. And the last thing I think which is important is how many people are wearing your fragrance. There's going to be a bigger chance that people are going to be wearing Ultramalt in a younger crowd. So maybe you do want to wear this one and stand out a little bit. As far as which one has aged better, it's hard to say. This is new. This one, though, to me, is still a better club fragrance for younger people. Older people, I'm not saying like my age, I'm talking like 35 to 40, let's say 28 to 35, go with this. 28 and younger, this. I still like this for a younger person. I like this one for an older person. So overall comparison, I still pick Ultramall. I don't think that Bad Boy Carolina Herrera Cobalt Blue is ready to take the full mantle because it can't deliver. I feel like an older person can still rock this one. This one I still feel like it's not a young man's game. The notes are designed to be a little bit different. Although it is sweet enough, it's nowhere near as sweet as enough as this one. Where I think this one might do better is in the summertime compared to Ultramall. That could make a difference too, but in the colder weather, go with this one. So overall, my final verdict is Bad Boy Cobalt does not overtake this one as the Club King. We'll do some more comparisons. You guys leave me a message on what you guys think I should compare next, and I will. We'll find the ultimate best club and fragrances that will maximize your opportunities, that will maximize your confidence, and maximize your sprays and give you the best longevity. All right, that's all the time I got. Y'all stay safe, y'all stay well, and if you smell good like I do right now, you gonna feel good, and baby, it's gonna be all good. Fatboy Fragrance Reviews is out.